M-A-T-H. That spells hugs. Okay, today we are going to do estimating numbers, estimating differences by rounding to the thousands place. Okay, so let's do it. Let's do it. Let's jump right into it. Okay, so let's say I have a number. Let's say I have the number 52,689, and this is minus 22,453. Okay, what would be the estimated amount of this? What would be the estimated number if we round to the nearest thousands place, which is this place right here? This one, this number, this 2 right here. Okay, well, let's round these numbers first. Okay, let's start with 52,000. Well, since we're rounding the thousands place, we just have to look at 2,600, because you look at the one before this. So 2,600. What is 2,600 rounded to the nearest thousands equal to? Well, what is the closest thousand to 2,600? Well, that's 3,000. That's the closest thousand, to 2,600. So if we were to put that right here, we would put 53,000, sorry, and that's it. And then we would have to round this one. So remember, since we're rounding just the thousands place, we just have to look at the 2,400. Because remember, we look at the place behind the place we're trying to round to. So it would be 2,400 rounded to the nearest thousands. Well, what is the nearest thousand to 2,400? Well, that's just 2,000. Nearest thousand to 2,400 is 2,000. So we'd put 22,000. And if we do vertical column subtraction, 53,000 minus 22,000. Okay, 0 minus 0, 0, 0, 0. 3 minus 2 is 1. 5 minus 2 is 3. And that would be our estimated amount. This would be our estimated amount. Okay, remember, this is not the exact amount. This is the estimated amount. We rounded this number to the nearest thousands to get an estimation of what this would be equal to. Okay, it's not the exact number. It's not this number right here. If we were to do the actual subtraction, this would be a different number than this one, but it's an estimation when rounding to the nearest thousands. Okay, let's do another one. I'm holding the marker in my mouth right now. That's why it sounds like this. Okay, let's say we have the number, the problem, 167,200. Oops, I keep putting commas. 233 minus 75,000 545. Okay, what is the estimated amount of this when rounding to the nearest thousands? Okay, well, since we're rounding to the nearest thousands, which is this place right here, these two numbers, all we got to do is look at the 7,200 for right here. So 7,200 rounded to the nearest thousands is 7,000. That's the closest thousand to 7,200. And So if we were to write the estimated amount, we put 1,600, 7,000. And then if we were to do the 75,545, we would do this one. We would look at 5,500. 5,500. What is the closest thousands to 5,500? Well, remember, if we're in a spot where they're equal distance from each other, for example, in this case, 5,500 is equal distant from 5,000. It's just 500 away from 5,000, but it's also, let me wipe this off, but it's also equal distance. It's 5,500 away from 6,000. So they're equal distance away from each other. And whenever they're equal distance away from each other like this, you always choose the higher one. So then this would be 76,000. And if we were to do for vertical column subtraction, boom, 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 0, 0, 0. 7 minus 6 is 1. 6 minus 7, can't do that, so we take 1 from right here. That becomes a 0. This becomes a 16. 16 minus 7 is 9. And then that is it. That is it. That is an estimated amount when rounding to the nearest thousands. 91,000. And that's it. 91,000. So at home, go estimate differences between some large numbers by rounding to the nearest thousands. Practice this. This is good for you. Love. Stay in school.